Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I rise today on a matter of personal and collective privilege dahil sa isang usapin na patuloy na nagpapagbagabag ng ating mga kababayan sa Iloilo. Ang sunod-sunod na bomb threats na tumama sa ating mga paaralan at institusyon, ngayon kasama na ang ilang hospital. Yesterday at around 11:05 in the morning, a bomb threat was reported at Gimbal National High School, the center of my congressional district. Agad pong kumilos ang ating mga otoridad. Police and local responders were immediately deployed to secure the area. Classes were suspended and alternative learning modes were activated to make sure that every student was safe. Walang batang nalagay sa peligro dahil maagap ang pagtugon ng gobyerno. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, this situation did not begin yesterday. Nagsimula po ang serye ng bomb threats noong October 2 sa UP, University of the Philippines in the Visayas, Iloilo City Campus. Ang UP Visayas main is in Miagao, which is located in my district. Hindi doon nagtapos ang panggugulo. Noong November 12 at November 13, naapektuhan ang University of San Agustin, West Visayas State University Kalinog Campus, at ISAT-U Main Campus na nagdulot ng malawakang disruption at pangamba sa akademikong komunidad. Hanggang hapon at hanggang ngayong araw at kani-kanina lang, muling tumama ang mga bomb threats sa Iloilo City National High School, Iloilo Doctors Hospital where I had my internship and residency training, at Northern Iloilo State University. At nagpapatuloy pa rin ang mga insidente na may halos 10 na italang banta sa iba't ibang paaralan. Mr. Speaker, these incidents show that the threats are no longer isolated. Pagkatapos ng magkasunod-sunod na bagyo at may kasamang lindol na walang pasok, supposedly, babalik na sa regular na pag-aaral ang ating mga estudyante. But there are just cruel people who are spreading, becoming disruptive, and this is very deeply alarming. Ang pattern ay malinaw. May nagsisikap manakot, magtanim ng pangamba sa taong bayan, magpasimuno ng kaguluhan, at sirain ang normal na takbo ng edukasyon at pamumuhay sa Iloilo. While many of these threats later turned out to be hoaxes, the harm they cause is undeniable. Ang takot, trauma at pagkaantala sa pag-aaral ng libo-libong kabataan, hindi po yun gawa-gawa. Matindi ang epekto nito sa mental health, productivity at sense of security ng ating komunidad. I commend the Philippine National Police, our DRRM teams, school administrators, and our local government units for responding swiftly. Ngunit malinaw din po na kailangan nating palakasin ang ating investigative capacity, cyber tracking systems, at coordination protocols upang mas mabilis nating matukoy at mapanagot ang mga nasa likod nito. These threats are not harmless pranks. Hindi po ito biro, hindi ito katuwaan. These are criminal acts and our laws are very clear. Issuing bomb threats carries serious penalties because they create public disorder and force government to mobilize resources that could have been used elsewhere. In this light, I respectfully call on the PNP and the NBI to intensify cyber investigations and identify those behind these threats. The DICT and telecommunication companies to strengthen systems that enable the tracing of malicious messages while respecting data privacy. The Department of Education and the Commission on Higher Education to ensure updated, consistent, and calm emergency protocols in all schools. The Department of Justice to prosecute perpetrators swiftly and decisively. Mr. Speaker, to the public, especially the youth, bomb threats are not jokes. They are crimes. Hindi lang po ito nakakapag-antala ng klase, sinisira nito ang tiwala sa ating seguridad at nagpapahirap sa buong komunidad. I am not sure who the mastermind or who is the brain of all these bomb threats series happening in a series. But mind you, my dear colleagues, sa dami ng problema ng buong mundo ngayon, sa impact ng climate change at sa impact ng peking balita na pilit ginugulo hindi lamang ang ating bansa, kundi ang buong mundo, kaakibat na ang pagsira ng bawat ekonomiya ng iba't ibang bansa. Ito pa ang isang paraan kung saan tila sinisira at tinutugis ang magandang bukas ng ating mga kababayan. This is a matter that we should take seriously. We should act together and put these nuisance perpetrators in the right place. To our constituents in Iloilo, we remain safe. Hindi kayo papabayaan ng ating gobyerno. Our authorities are alert, our communities are strong, and your leaders stand united in protecting peace and order and bringing forth the bagong Pilipinas that we direly need. And to those behind these threats, hindi nyo kami kayang takutin at hindi kami takot sa inyo. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished colleagues.